So the purpose of this meetup is not to delve into the amazing world of Bitcoin, which is a rabbit hole in itself and amazing, and you can do just amazing cool things. One of the cool things you can do is create micropayments and pay tiny amounts of money to lots of things. And in my case, a video platform. So we formed WatchMyBit to help artists better monetize their videos. So here's a slide of an ad we recently put in. It's the same one that you have in front of you there if you want it. So an actual film shoot of one of our partners who did a webisode or a sitcom with Danny Trejo, and Jane Lynch is in it. And as you can see, I hope you can see, there are a bunch of numbers next to the people showing their percentages. And it's always been a problem with filming, especially indie films, is why would people work on the film? Labors of love, absolutely. But here we can actually split the people in, including the sound guy and the lead actors and the camera one and camera two, so that when this video gets put on WatchMyBit, every time somebody watches it, they automatically get split the percentage that is coming to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you our little explainer video. WatchMyBit is a new video platform that pays content creators more than any other platform. It uses a different model to do this. Instead of ads or tips or subscriptions, fans directly pay creators for each view.
I've never been duck hunting before, but I'm pretty sure all you need is a loaf of bread and a hammer.
I love Kevin Spacey.
How'd you get in here?
You don't have $40 million.
And with the new power of Bitcoin, micropayments are now possible. And you get to decide how much to charge for each view, as low as 9 cents.
And new generation.
Check this out. Let's say your group has 5 people in it. With WatchMyBit, you can split the payments. This way, everyone on the team gets paid exactly as you intended, automatically, every time someone watches your video. So why not share 10% with a charity or other cause? They might promote your video with social media to their supporters, and you both win. Now here's where it gets crazy. Because Bitcoin has no borders or boundaries, fans from anywhere in the world can watch your video. And of course, you can upload many videos. As you can see, with your existing superfans and new fans from other countries, these micropayments can really add up. All this is done without credit cards, payment processors, or even bank accounts. Let's look at an example. Your 10,000 views on BigTube will get you about $6 to $60. But on WatchMyBit.com, 10,000 views at just 21 cents will get you over $1,500. Are you starting to get the picture here? Plus, you won't have to wait a month to get paid. Instead, your fans' support goes directly to you every single day for every single view.
Who are these guys?
We are Bob and Rob, remember?
Now this is the perfect platform for bands, but it's also great for sketch comedies and web series. Finally, you can pay the crew, the whole crew, even the sound guy. And yes, this will work for Let's Plays, vlogs, commentators, bonus material, and filmmakers. The possibilities are endless. And today, turning Bitcoins into your local currency or even gift cards is just a few clicks away. You're not dreaming. This is the tectonic shift we've all been waiting for. Artists are getting paid again. Fans are getting the best possible ad-free experience. Are you ready for the future? Check it out right now at WatchMyBit.com.
Does that make sense to people? I mean, on the tertiary level? Hey, Jim. So let's move on to the next slide here. So Bitcoin can be thought of, and we want you to think of it as a token, but it's a very complicated worldwide network. And here is the way it works. So that's really annoying and really complicated, right? It goes through a lot of stuff. And like I said, we can go over this, but I don't think we want to, because I don't want you to think of Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency or a stock or a bond or a gold-like product or an international transmission system. I want you to think of it as a token, like a Chuck E. Cheese token. This complication, however, is no less complicated than what happens with a credit card. So on a credit card, you give the merchant your information, goes to an issuing bank, it goes to all these middlemen, and at each step they take a little slice, and then the customer receives a statement and pays the issuing bank, the customer pays the credit card, and that's how that works. Now, does anybody know the protocols, the computer protocols that are used between those things? You don't. And the point is you don't have to, and it still works. So Bitcoin, as complex and interesting and new as it is the same way. It works. It works fantastically, and I'll show you those demonstrations. Here's the problem with credit cards. We'll just briefly go over it. Merchant captures the credit card information. That means every single merchant has your personal identification. It has your credit card number. It has your full legal name. That means Target, Home Depot, and all those places that have been hacked, plus every online system, including Netflix, they all have your personal identifying information. And they're required by law to keep it safe, which means they're required by law to keep it. That means they're a target for hackers. Bitcoin keeps no information about you. When you signed up for the Airbits wallet, did you put an email in there?
No.
Phone number?
No.
Your real name?
No.
No. Yet you have a Swiss bank account in your pocket, and you've got a financial device that can transfer money around the world for just about free. So that's the problem with credit cards. David, who's on our line right now, is actually a security expert. He works for Target right after their breach and helping them fix their problems. So the concept is tokens. Dollars go in, you get these tokens. We want you to think of them as tokens. In our case, Chuck E. Cheese, dollar, Disney dollars. They don't have any value, right, except for when you're at Disneyland or at Chuck E. Cheese. The difference with the Bitcoin as a token is that it has value everywhere in the world. But think of it as just a token to get the value out of our site. So here I'm going to show you an actual demonstration. And you know what I'll do? I think we'll have, so Michael Lean,
That's pretty, actually. Thank you.
I'm going to have you take out your Airbits wallet that you just got.
Okay.
And you see that QR, here is our paywall, right? I select a video from our site. I pulled up a video that wants you to send 21 cents to watch the video. You don't have to worry about anything but pointing your camera when you say hit send.
Okay, what am I doing now?
Hit send.
Okay, I'm sending.
Right, and just tap that. Okay. Now hold that up to the QR code. There you go.
Okay. And
We'll let it focus just a second here. Oh, there we go, we got it. Okay, so, and it says 21 cents, right?
Okay.
So just slide that now.
Slide to confirm.
Yep. So, wait, and then just put demo or something, or nothing.
Okay.
So she just sent 21 cents through the internet, around the world. Every single Bitcoin miner saw that transaction happening. The miners are another thing we'll talk about. And in 5 to 20 seconds, we like to say the length of time it takes to skip a YouTube ad, the token went into the little button and our video has launched. So, there you go.
All right, give me the ball. My turn. Here. What's the score? 30 love.
So the point of this is not that, to watch the video today, but it's really cool video. In fact, I'll show you some of the stars who are in it here.
I gotta go. I'm hearing a pitch from the Liar Liar guys.
Diane, this is Bob.
So you know who that is?
Hi, Diane. I'm Bob of Bob
Jane
and
Lynch.
Rob, and this is Rob of Bob
So
and Rob.
she is in this
That's
video
weird.
that we have access to that's never been seen before. It's a pilot that was made with Jane Lynch, Danny Trejo, and several other well-known stars. Where do pilots go when they don't get picked up, however? Well, one place is here, where they can still be monetized by their creators, which is what Bob and Rob are actually doing. So on our site, there are many more videos than just that one, of course. Here's the site here. Here's all these videos, and I want you to look at some of the prices here. 10 cents, 49 cents, 21 cents, 99 cents, 89 cents, 15 cents, $1.99. Oh, thanks, Tony. He raised his price just for this.
Did he?
Yep, 10 cents, 30 cents. Point being, can you use a credit card to buy something for 30 cents? Impossible because of all the middlemen. It costs money to process that. But with Bitcoin, you can do that. So we're in a position here where filmmakers can, this animator, for example, can charge 10 cents to watch his little short animation. Now, he could monetize this through advertising on YouTube, and he does. He can do it in both places. But the fans of of Zenith Quinn know that 75% of this 10 cents goes to him. Whereas YouTube, it's something like 60% if you're lucky, because you have to watch all of the ads, or your fans have to watch all the ads, not skip them, before you'll even see anything close to 60%. It's really much, much lower than that. So the ability for Zenith Quinn to charge 10 cents is quite amazing. And in order to monetize your video on a platform like Vimeo, it'll cost you $200 a year. They allow micropayments, but they're still around $1. I don't think anything is less than $1 with Vimeo. But it costs $200 a year for the privilege of charging using credit cards and that legacy system, PayPal, etc. That means people in the other parts of the world who don't even have credit cards but have internet can't watch it because they need the internet, or they need a credit card system. So credit cards are great for Americans because we're used to them. But many parts of the world, in fact, the number is something like 2 billion adults have Western lives, don't have bank accounts. But they can still use the internet and still do. So your fan base is possibly, your paying fan base has increased possibly by 2 billion people. All right, so the splitting is a really great thing. It's one of the things that we like to talk about the most. So I think you guys get it from all the demos I've been doing, right? So 21 cents come in, and they can be split out to every member of the team and a charity, or the sound guy, or the editor, finally. So this makes not just the actors and the band members promoters of their own video, but it also makes the crew who are getting cut in. I recommend you cut them in, right? It also makes the sound guy a promoter. It makes the charity who might be really appreciative of that you're giving 50% of every view of the video to this homeless shelter, to the dog shelter, to We Can Ride, the charity Amy works for. Then that charity might say, hey everybody, watch this band's video, watch this sketch comedy, watch this film, we get 50% and you'll be helping us. So it's these virtuous circles that can be created. And then just some little review here, the downside of YouTube, 10,000 views, you might get $6, you might get 50 if you're lucky. Here's our math. So 21 cents, if you can get 10,000 people to watch your video with Bitcoin, it's $1,500. And that's after the WatchMyBit 25% cut. We take 25% for processing and all that kind of stuff. Not processing, but for storing and playing back and the server fees and that sort of thing. You can see 10,000 views, and you can see what 99 cents would bring you in. And we are an ad-free platform. That's what the viewers get out of this. They don't have to watch ads. Some people like ads. It's worth it for them to watch 5 30-second ad, but some people don't. So the big thing is that that money goes to the artist. This is an ad we had at the Sonoma Film Festival recently. Trying to pick up some sponsors there. Now, the socializing of your video, of your movie, is your responsibility. We're just a platform. If you have a fan base already, like a comedy troupe, like College Humor or The Onion or a band, and they already have a following, they have a mailing list, they have a lot of views on YouTube, then they just say, hey folks, we're doing a new thing here. We're doing it, WatchMyBit. Watch our song for 25 cents, watch my sketch for 35 cents. I'll give it to you for free in about a week or about a month or whatever, but we're trying to raise some funds, please help us. So that's just kind of a neat model. It's the early release model. And of course, we don't collect. Did you sign up to the site before you watched that video? No, it was anonymous. You did not sign up into my site to even watch the video, like Vimeo requires you to do if you want to pay for something. Like Netflix would require you to sign in and you give them your credit card. You just watched a video, paid for it, the money went to the creator, and you never signed up for a Bitcoin account or an account on my site. The advantage of, we do have sign-ins, however. You can log in. And I'll do that right now. The advantages of signing in And the only thing you give them when you sign in is an email address so that we can verify, just for verification purposes. The advantage of signing in is that when you watch a video, you can now vote for it, rank it, and make comments on it. Another advantage is that you could watch it again for 24 hours on any device. If you're not signed in, you can watch it for 24 hours, but only on the same device that you paid for it on. So if I go down to the bottom here, there's no line that says recently watched videos. If I were to sign out, you would see that. Let me just show you the behind the scenes. If you're a video artist, for example, a filmmaker, you come back to the My Payments section, and here are Bitcoin addresses. You guys have seen those addresses in your wallets, those of you who downloaded it. They're very long and confusing. But what we did is we were able to just take this long, confusing address, throw a name on it. So now, instead of trying to copy and paste all this mess, you just got to worry about this. This is a charity. This is a charity. This is an MC of this event we did some work for.
You're plugging in their names?
The artists can do this themselves. I did this because I'm managing this particular artist's page, so to speak. Hey guys. Okay, so that is where you put the complicated Bitcoin addresses, and you can put as many as you want. Look at them all. Now I'm going to the splits page where you can.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The BitTorrent videos, are you providing any of those?
No. We are only using people who own the rights to their own videos. So any copywritten or pirated videos, we block. So these are for creative people who actually own their own content. This is why I wanted to speak to the Minnesota Filmmakers group, because you guys are creative people who own your own content or work with others who do. So here is a split, for example, that goes to a charity called Fee, and you can see they're getting 65% of the split. Terry Brooks, the MC, gets 10%. Pete Gorman, who edited the video, he helped me, gets 25%. So whenever the split is used, I'll see if I can find it, then that's the way it splits out. So you just hit the username, go to My Videos, and here are a lot of these videos that were just put in here. So let's just look at one here. Trying to find a semi-famous person you guys might have heard of. Here you go, Milo Yiannopoulos, social justice warrior. He's very controversial, worldwide speaker. Here's his split, and it's just the same, Pete's getting 25%, Anarchapulco is getting 65%, and Terry is getting 10%. We're charging 96 cents. So every time someone watches that video, every time, 96 cents is paid, that split happens on the back end, and those people are paid their percentage the next day. Make sense? Okay. Eventually we're going to have some statistics here, and now that I'm signed into a video, I think let's have Andrew grab your wallet, your Bitcoin wallet, stand over in the middle here. We'll have you launch a video for us too.
When you pull up, like when you just log or go to WatchMyBit.com, how do you determine the videos that pop up, like the featured and then
Yep.
you scroll down?
These videos we curated ourselves. These are the ones that we are helping people with or that we think are impressive. We're a small site. We don't have a ton of content, so we're curating some. At the bottom here, you can see the latest videos. Right. Now, our site can be used. We try to discourage it. People put up adult content sometimes. We're not happy about that. So if you look way down here, there are some weird girls smoking videos, but people are putting up their hiking videos, And this is my latest appearance on Anarchast, by the way. You can, let's launch that one just for fun. So I just tap on it. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on, I already paid for that one here. Oh yeah, there's educational ones too, yeah. So let's look, here's Dana Martin, who's charging $9 for her video. She is one of the foremost premier homeschooling unschooler. You've heard of her, right, Maria? Yep, exactly. So she's charging $9 for her first hour of her video. Her conferences cost much more than that. And now she can show this to people anywhere in the world. But let's do a video that's inexpensive.
Filtering them, Doug.
We do the featured page, but you can always go to the search engine and just type in something like comedy. And then here's a whole bunch of comedies.
Somebody put something inappropriate up there. Who's the screen?
Oh, we have to kind of catch it. At this point, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Right. So we're a little, you know, it's like, oh, crap, let's go. Eventually, there's special software that you can get that recognizes faces and sounds and like music, like copywritten materials and, you know, body shapes and stuff. So you can say, okay, we're flagging this. We think this might be naughty, and then we can take a look at it. We'll get to that eventually sometime. So I'm just going to tap this video here. I think it's kind of funny. And there's a free preview. That's something else, you guys, is kind of cool.
Oh no, I've never actually been to England.
Oh, London's the capital of England.
Oh right, so London is a country.
Nope. So the preview is selected, and the preview is not as high quality as the actual video. So if you want to just get right there and just point your phone, pull up your Airbits wallet. There, it already pulls up the price, 10 cents, right? Just slide it. There it goes. So this pulled up the correct Bitcoin address, and boom, it already launched. So, you know.
Coming up on Media Puke, the interview everyone's been waiting for. Todd Ferry talks about Wimbledon. Hi, Todd Ferry. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today.
You are just so welcome.
So Todd, tell us about...
So the point isn't the video, which is really kind of funny, I think. That's why we have it in our featured row. It's about the fact that we just paid for something. And if you look down here, now that I've signed in, there is a Watch It Again free for 24 hours.
So can you say, like, if you just want to view content, you're not actually an artist, or filmmaker that posted, is there a way, like, how you have on YouTube where you see ones that are more popular than others, or?
We will eventually add that. We're a new platform. We used to have the view count right on the top so you can see all the views. But we realized we're so young and early that there are so few views, right? So we just took those off.
Well, and also it awards the ones that have been on there longest, as opposed to
right.
which ones are actually good.
Yeah. But I'll show you when you sign into the My Videos page. So these are the Anarchapulco videos. And you can see, here's some of the earlier ones. So here we go. So, you know, 1 view, 8 views, and 6 views, 5 views, and you see how much they've made. Now,
I see.
Now this is when you've signed into your own artist page, right? You can tell your own, right? And this is with WatchMyBit. That's the money that went into Luke's pocket. Now, 311. Now these amounts sound like peanuts. $3.11, 18 cents, $2.49, 50 cents, $3.90. So what? These people aren't going to make that much on YouTube, even with advertising, because they're just obscure artists. But if they have enough of a following, then their followers might say, I would love to watch a Luke Rudowski video. He's a fairly big creator himself. I'm trying to persuade him to get on our platform here. So when these numbers start getting up to 16, 17, 100, right? 10,000, you're talking lots of money. And with enough followers, you can make that happen. And we're young, it's early days, Bitcoin is still pretty unknown, but we're ready for the future. You know, when it happens, we got the platform that can help. I'm not sure any more slides I have left, probably not that many. So here's a couple of models that we like to talk about. The early release, which I talked about already. Here's another concept, part 1 on YouTube. Part 2 on WatchMyBit. So it's kind of sneaky. You put in the cliffhanger on YouTube, it doesn't resolve, and then you say, to watch the rest of it, it'll be 50 cents on WatchMyBit. Hey, that might be enough to start getting you some more money. And then the important thing is to let your fans know, this money isn't just because I'm greedy, I'm using this to create my next video. This is going to be funding me. I can now get that location, rent that camera boom I wanted to rent, because people watched my video for 50 cents. So it's really fans helping artists and artists being rewarded by their fans. a trailer on YouTube or Vimeo, and then the full movie on WatchMyBit, which is exactly what Peter McEvely is doing with his film On Falling. And this automatically becomes a crowdfunding platform where the reward is the video. So instead of having to give away t-shirts and coffee cups and hats, you can actually say the reward is the video. You know, pay 75 cents and I'll reward you with the daily videos, the dailies, you know, or the behind the scenes stuff. And then I can make enough money to finally finish my production. It's also a better accurate rating for talent scouts. If someone actually paid for your video and it's doing well, that video is doing really well. You're not going to get 6-year-olds looking at YouTube just trying to watch video after video because they don't care about the content. This means something, those numbers that you have. So if you're selling a video and it's doing well, there's something there. It's getting around. And like I said before, the crew is now your fundraising team. They're going to help you. The production company that maybe fronted some money, you say, hey, I can't afford to pay you, but I'll cut you in 90% of the first year of every view. That's a great way to pre-fund a production, perhaps. And of course, a charity, direct fundraiser. So if someone like Justin Bieber comes along, we talked about this today, puts up a video on YouTube, it'll be only a matter of days before every teenage girl figures out how to get Bitcoin to watch Justin Bieber's video. But people would, you know, all the haters, oh, Bieber, man, he's so greedy. Not only is he a multi-millionaire already, now he's selling the videos that used to be free on YouTube. Well, maybe Justin Bieber is going to send all the proceeds to a charity. And now he's a hero for doing that and not just another greedy actor, right? George Lucas, this is a new Star Wars trailer that can only be seen on WatchMyBit. But half of it's going to his charities, you know? And hey, in a month, it'll go to YouTube for free. That's the early release concept. That's one of them. So management is a big thing that we ran into in the music business where everyone wants to know how are we going to pay the artist. You can't use the Prince song in your music video without paying Prince. You need his license and his permission. We're hoping that soon, one day, we'll be able to tap into all that information that ASCAP and BMI keeps. Their artists will have Bitcoin addresses on their behalf, automatically gets populated onto our platform, and all of a sudden, you can use a Prince song in your movie because it's automatically paying him whatever his requirement is. That's a concept we're hoping to partner up with some of these bigger platforms in the future. And of course, it all works no matter another country's copyright law because they're being paid per view, and then those royalties can be collected, you know.
Can you change, I mean, probably not now, given the startup nature of the business, but can you change the pricing based upon where the purchase is coming from? Because like, you know, $5 here is a lot different than $5 in India. Yeah.
Correct. You know, Oliver's on our line with us. Oliver, eventually, he's our CTO. I'm not sure if he's online or still or not, but eventually I wonder if we could do that where we can sense the IP address of the country and then alter it. That would be really cool. That's a great future.
Because, I mean, there's tons of people in India, far more than here.
Right.
You know, in many ways, and so.
Yep. Well,
it really wouldn't matter.
How about this? If there's an India film crew, they're going to price it in rupees on our site, whatever is good for them, right? Americans see that, you know, and so in their countries, like, oh, it's.
Oh, so it shows in the dollar or in the currency amount that
what
it's
currency,
posted.
right?
It can.
But everybody's going to post in American dollars because
They might.
I mean,
but it gets.
or euros, one of the two.
Yeah, and our system automatically translates it to the Bitcoin price. So there was one there that said it was in British pounds, 0.10 British pounds, like 10 cents, whatever that is. But that's in the British pound, but the Bitcoin amount is the same in all over the world. So in India,
Transfer. I mean, can you explain that a little bit as far as the currency relations and how that's reflected in Bitcoin?
well,
The exchange rate.
yeah, the exchange. Yeah, Bitcoin is a single price. It fluctuates sometimes, but it's a single price. Translating that into
Yeah, it's like its own currency.
it's like gold.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it's the same price all over the world, basically. Okay. And then you just translate it to your local currency, which our site does automatically. So if you choose, it's not activated now, but if you choose British pounds, it'll be whatever. If you choose dollars, it'll be whatever the Bitcoin price is. So what I'm thinking is, someone in India wants to price a video that is affordable for their local fans. They charge, you know, something like 10 cents there for a long video. They're happy to get that. But in America, it's like, oh, look, it's 3 cents. But on their side, that's a windfall. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of interesting, you know, possibilities.
I mean, you know, if you really want to, you can always get around that as an individual viewer, but most people don't have the technical know-how to reroute their...
Oh, sure, sure,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And plus it's a Bitcoin amount. So, but yeah. So this is our comparisons to Netflix, Hulu, Patreon, Vimeo, Vessel, YouTube, WatchMyBit. Of course, we have all the yeses. And so here are the models. You know, there's these advertising model, subscription models, and the pay-per-view model, and a tipping model. Some of you are familiar with Patreon. You can tip your favorite YouTube artists through them. We are a pay-per-view model. I'll skip this over here. Daily payouts is a nice big thing, though. On YouTube, if you have a video, I believe they don't send you a check until you get at least $100.
And that's, I see.
So that might take 3 months, depending on your popularity. We give you everything every day, even if it's only 9 cents. It goes to your Bitcoin wallet, which you can turn into dollars and gift cards instantly. So you don't know who this guy is, Ethan Zuckerman? He famously 3 years ago said, "I'm sorry for inventing the pop-up ad." He was the guy who invented the pop-up ad at the beginning, the dawn of the internet. And they had no other idea. They didn't know how to monetize anything, so they used the broadcast television model. And he says, my point in the piece wasn't just to apologize for it, but to challenge the idea that we have to build everything around advertising. And you know how important advertising is. Everyone's chasing you down to put views in front of you. You should be paid for that, you know, or you should opt in for that. And there's ways to there's some cool models coming up where you will be paid to watch advertising. Our site kind of bypasses that and just pays the artist directly. He actually said we should use micropayments. So that's my presentation here. One idea for the Minnesota filmmakers is this video that Andrew is helping us shoot, I'm going to edit and put it in my slides, and I'm going to put it to WatchMyBit, probably tonight. So you two, who have new Bitcoin addresses, give them to me, I will cut you in. So over the next few days, maybe someone will watch the video. You might want to tell people to watch the video, in fact. And you might want to give them some of your windfall there that I gave you for free and say, here's, I'll make it 9 cents. So here is a 50 cents that I can give you if you download the BearBits wallet, and then they can watch it also. Just an idea, and then you'll be getting a percentage of that. Okay. The other thing that we can do, anyone can upload videos. Does anyone have their own movies they've shot already? Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Worth a shot. I mean, even
absolutely.
Someone to do it for 10 cents or something.
Exactly, right. And then you can promote it that, hey guys, in Minnesota, I went to that meetup and here is my video. She can watch it. Andrew can watch it. I can watch it. And here's another idea. You guys know crews and writers and production companies. If you can say to them, I'll help you with this process. I'll help you with the Bitcoin wallet. Call me if you need help, you know. And I'll get it up there, and then I'll take 5% of every view of the video. You become agents in a way. You become entrepreneurs. You know, you can go to any comedy club and put up a camera and say to the comedians, I'll cut you in for 50%, I'll take 50%. Just another model. Also, I have 2 short scripts that are Bitcoin related that I want to produce, and the Bitcoin community will love it. So I'm looking for help there. Maybe Andrew could help me out with that, or anyone who does production stuff locally. We can shoot these videos. Because they're Bitcoin related, the Bitcoin world will be interested in seeing it, and they'll pay for it. You know, 50 cents, whatever. And we can lower the price and raise the price, too. That's the cool thing. We can drop it down to 5 cents for a week and bring it back up to $1 later on, or special today. Just doesn't matter. So that's my presentation. What are your questions for me?
I was wondering if you could tell me more about your background.
Me?
Yeah, and like how you got into this.
Yeah, sure. My first here's the first one. I was a keyboard player in a band in LA in the pay-to-play racket. So I was in the band, and we were the band, like all bands in Hollywood, you paid the club owner for the privilege of paying in their club. They don't pay you, you pay them because you're hoping an A&R agent will be there listening to you and go, you guys are the greatest thing I've ever heard, call me, here's my agent, right? So you learn how artists are artists. They want to do their art, and they can't do it, make a living for it. So that was my first introduction. Then I started doing video work, wedding videography. That parlayed into corporate video and doing, explainer videos for people. And then I did sporting videos. I shot every MMA fight at the Myth nightclub in Maplewood. I moved back to Minnesota from Hollywood. And here are my college sketches. Here's my early sketches that I did as a producer myself. Some of them I'm kind of proud of, actually. Look, there's 3 of me in one scene there, right? They're really funny. I have more hair, and it's not gray. So, oh, by the way, this is Oliver and David, who are both on the line with us right now, our CTO and our payment processor. So I've produced videos and sketches for quite some time. Now, and I got into Bitcoin in 2011. It was started in 2009, so it's just 7 years old. I bought my first Bitcoin at $3.50. Today, each Bitcoin is $450. So I did well as the investment part of it, and I was thinking, what can I do to do a Bitcoin-related business? What can I do? And I put my 2 passions together, and that's how WatchMyBit was formed. Another funny story. Oliver, I'm not sure if he's still there or not. Yeah, he is. Oliver, actually, a friend of mine who is a computer programmer, and I said, hey, I have an idea for a website. I want you to build me a prototype that scan QR code, launch video. That's all I need to do. Scan. He goes, okay, it's going to cost you X amount of money. I said, okay, I'll pay you in 3 installments. So I gave him the first check. He started working on it, realized how cool it was. He goes, here's the progress report. I goes, great, here's your next check. And he goes, nope, keep the money. I want to be part of this business. So Oliver is now our CTO. Mark is our, hey, there's Oliver.
Yeah, so Doug pretty much approached me with this idea.
Can you turn your camera on?
I don't have my camera installed.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And so he explained his idea to me, and I'm like, so pretty much you want to recreate YouTube with microtransactions. What can possibly go wrong? I'm in.
Right.
And then a year later, here we are. We have a live platform with a good, a nice start for a customer base, and with Bitcoin becoming more and more popular, we already see a significant increase in our daily revenue, which basically means that artists that upload their content on our platform make money as well, and that makes us very happy. And so now the good news is that we also are going to investigate ways to use classic money like dollar or fiat money in our microtransaction model.
Well, how long has the platform been up?
It has been up for over a year, just with its current iteration, about 10 months. In July, it'll be a full year. Before that, it was up and working and running and being tested for 6 months. Before that, we were sort of soft launched, we like to call it. And we have features, and people want to see more things added, and we have some bugs once in a while, too, that we are knocking out and stuff. And there are some things we wish were different. Well, and now here's something that Oliver just added to blow your minds a little more. Okay, Bitcoin, crazy. You can dig into what you want. There are over 1,000 other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was just the first. And we now can take many of them through this iteration here. So we can now take Bit crystals, clams, Dash, Digibyte, Dogecoin, Emercoin, Ether, Factoids, Gems, Litecoin, Storage Coins, Counterparty, Monero. All of them are cryptocurrencies that are similar to Bitcoin in that they're digital, but they're different in many other ways.
So if I'm interested in, just as a viewer, purchasing one of these, and I don't have, I understand the basic concept of Bitcoin, but I don't necessarily use Bitcoin.
Not yet, right?
Yet. So if I wanted to purchase something with Bitcoin on your platform, how do I...
Get some?
Yeah, how do I translate?
Yep. So at this point, fiat currency, getting from dollars to Bitcoin, requires a third party. So
it would be BitPay or?
Coinbase. BitPay is for corporations only.
I would need Coinbase anyway because I would need to put money into an account unless I was making money.
Right. Yep. So if you're a filmmaker and you have a film up and you find yourself suddenly with $25, $50, $100 and you need cash. Number one, you can just go to localbitcoins.com and say, I'm looking to sell $100 worth of Bitcoin. Someone will find you, and you can do that face to face. Or you can use a bank account in Coinbase. Amy and I both use Coinbase. We just, you can buy Bitcoin and you can sell Bitcoin. It goes right to your checking account.
In your experience, since you've been out of Minnesota, what is the demographic of people using Bitcoin typically?
Yep, it is probably 80% male geeks at this point. But yep, in fact, I think I actually have the breakdown if you're...
Probably like white male geeks, but...
Probably, yeah. Actually, Bitcoin is growing faster in Latin America because they have problems with their currencies. Right. So Bitcoin is saving families who need to get money from the US down to there without paying Western Union $10.
Right. And charities, as far as that one charity, a couple of them, they're using Bitcoin.
Yeah, Sean's Outpost was a homeless shelter in Pensacola, Florida, bought 6 acres of land because they had so much Bitcoin donations coming in. They were early Bitcoin adopters, so they had some of that notoriety. But that is, very interesting that they were able to do that. So here, I'll show you.
So I take it your partners aren't based in Minnesota, right?
Oliver was, but he moved away to Arizona. My CFO, Mark, is in Utah. David is local, David Duccini. He's just got, he's on our phone here with us. And then we have some Hollywood partners too. Bob Hilgenberg is a 2% owner. He is a producer. He works at Disney, not for Disney, but he has an office at Disney, trying to get us some, make some introductions for us there. And we have Howard Sapper works for Domo Records, and he's trying to do some fundraising for us in the music industry, and he's the one who got us into the Sonoma Film Festival.